let's talk Morocco. Hi, this is everything you need to know before going to Morocco. I went to Morocco. I just came back from Morocco last weekend. Today's Tuesday. I landed Monday morning. So I literally just came back from Morocco. It was extremely beautiful. So I went to Marrakech and I went to Agadir. I'm currently in London, so I flew from London to Marrakech. The flight was about 3 hours. Upon arriving at Marrakech, what I noticed is that they are very strict. Like, let me see your passport, where are you staying, who you coming with, where are you coming from? Like, they're gonna ask the questions. I understand they want to keep their environment sacred, so just be prepared within the airport, getting your passport checked. Like, make sure you know all your information because they're probably going to ask you. In Marrakech, there's no Apple Pay anywhere. Well, there may be some places that have Apple Pay, but nowhere I went had Apple Pay. You had to pay in cash. Upon entering Marrakech, being in the airport, that's where I got my cash. They use a currency called, their currency is called dirham. I'm gonna be comparing it to US currency. $1 US is roughly 9 Moroccan dirham. My friends and I, our trip was from Friday morning to Sunday evening. We exchanged about 230 US dollars and we got back 2,111 dirham. That was with their currency exchange rate and everything. That lasted us the trip. In some places we were able to use Apple Pay in Agadir, so we did end up spending all the money, but I think we did pretty good with our spending. Out of the 230 US and roughly 2,100 dirham, I spent about 60 US dollars. My friend spent about $60. My other friend spent about $40 and my other friend spent about $30 US. That was for Ubers, that was for accessories and souvenirs and food, groceries, water, snacks, everything of that sort. Quick side note, a few times in this vlog I will say Morocco when I really mean Marrakech. I'm so sorry, I was too excited. Both Marrakech and Agadir are two cities located within Morocco. At some of the restaurants we went to, we were able to use card, but this was more outside of Morocco. This was when we went to the Ouzid waterfalls and when we went to Agadir, we were able to use our card, but that's how much money we got and we tried to spend it as best as we could. In Morocco, you don't use an app called Uber. If I'm not mistaken, there's another app you use. It's probably InDrive. My friends handled the transportation, so I'm a little blank when it comes to the transportation. But if I'm not mistaken, we used an app called InDrive because Uber does not work. There are also taxis that you can get. A lot of times there will be people just asking you if you need a taxi. Please be careful. Our first ride was 150 dirham, which is about $15. We got driven to a cooking class. If you're going to Morocco, I would suggest you book something like a cooking class. We booked our cooking class through Airbnb. It wasn't the Airbnb that we were staying at, but it was just an activity option. When I tell you guys, it was the most amazing experience. Everyone was super friendly. The host was so cool, so engaging. The food was amazing. He had great recipes and just great skills and tactics and stuff like that I'm learning. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start doing that and I'm gonna make that for breakfast tomorrow. But he was super dope. The experience was great and I highly recommend that you have something planned like that because you never know. Just using Google, a lot of times with Google, we would look for a food spot, we'd go there and the food spot was probably closed and Google wasn't updated. So please try to like book something and do your research beforehand before going and then just being like, oh, what do we do? So booking something like the cooking class was honestly amazing. I highly recommend. After the cooking class, we basically hung around the Medina. It was super cool. This was just a market. We did some shopping. Did I get these bracelets there? I did. I got these bracelets in the Medina in Morocco. These are from Thailand. That's an older vlog that you still need to watch, but these are the bracelets I got in the Medina. These, I bargained for these. At first, she wanted 400 dirham, which is $10 each, but I was able to get her down to $5 each. So I paid 200 dirham in total, which I don't think is that bad. And I think at the end of the day, sometimes it's just about supporting their culture and their daily life, their work, their way of living. So that's what I got. I don't know if she was trying to say 400 or more than 400, but yeah, she knew I was American and she knew she was getting a little money. Anyway, the Medina is a beautiful place. We ended up stopping in a coffee shop there. We just chilled, got some drinks, took pictures, enjoyed ourselves. The weather was pretty great. It was warm. It wasn't as warm as it was in Agadir in Morocco, but it was still fairly good weather. Keep in mind, I was coming from London, and London is cold. It's not cold right now. London's showing out, y'all. It's warm, but it was cold. It do be cold in London, and getting to Morocco was just a little warmer. It was still a little cold, though. It wasn't hot, like, oh, summer Africa, hot, hot, hot. No, but it was like, it was good weather. You could have your jacket off. Anyway, so we walked around the Medina, and we ended up taking a Uber back to the house. The Uber was $150 again, so $15. The Uber guy was really nice. If possible, if you do find, not an Uber, sorry, it was just a taxi. If you do find a good taxi, make sure to get their information, stay in touch with them, or even ask if they could be your driver for the majority of the trip, because it gets hard and you do want to have like a reliable source, because getting around places is not the easiest. I don't know if there's any major public transportation like the bus, the underground tube, the subway. I don't think there's anything of that sort. So with your taxis, if you find a good one, hold on to them. We would have stayed in touch with the guy, but we were leaving Morocco the next day, so we didn't have any need for any serious connections with the taxi dude. So we got to the Airbnb. We were all so tired. We rested. Then we decided to go out and get food. We weren't in the parts of Morocco that had all the hotels and the casinos and the villas and everything like that. We were a little bit outside of that, maybe like a 15-minute drive. So we were kind of just walking down the street. As we were walking down, we were on Google trying to look for places to eat, but it was Ramadan, so a lot of places were closed since they're fasting, and some places just didn't exist on Google because it wasn't updated at the time. So in Morocco, it was a little difficult to find food places, but we ate from this dude. He had his business, like his cart on the side of the road, and then we went to the grocery store to get some, not the grocery stores, like we went to the little market to get some chips, water, snacks, everything we may have needed. The next morning, we got picked up and we were going to the Azud waterfalls. So that was an activity that we booked. Make sure you book an activity when you're in Morocco. We booked that, we got picked up, which was convenient, and we had a 3-hour ride to the Azud waterfall. We were able to stop once midway, get some snacks, go to the restroom, have a 15-minute break, do whatever we needed to do. This excursion was about 30 pounds or 30 US dollars. I'll let you know. Also, the cooking class excursion was about $31 as well. And we had paid for this before we got there, so we did not use cash on this. We paid with our banks. We took our 2-hour ride to the Ozu waterfalls, and it was a great excursion. Highly recommend. We saw lots of views, lots of waterfalls. We went on a boat ride. We had lunch there. It was so good. Lunch right next to the waterfall. Like, where am I? Are you serious? Like, I'm in Africa. Like, what? Like, I'm reminiscing. Okay. Anyway, we had our lunch right next to the waterfall. We saw the community, had a walking tour, got some information about the area, and then we left. We left and we got back to Morocco 2 hours later, a little less, girl. The driver was pushing. He stopped. He was like, does anyone need a break? We're like, no. He's like, put your seatbelts on. Once he said, put your seatbelts on, we was gone. I said, okay. So it was a great experience. The whole ride back, I was just looking at all the pictures I took because the waterfall was so beautiful. We got back to Morocco around 6, and at 7:30 we had a bus ride to Agadir. We purchased these bus tickets online. My friend purchased them. I will see if I can let you know about that. The tickets were about 10 pounds each, or $10 each, if I'm not mistaken. Also, the food at the Ozud waterfalls was 130 dirham, and it came with like a meal, fruit, a starter, a salad, a drink, water, like everything. That was 130 dirham, which is $13. Hopefully I didn't leave out any prices. Our bus to Agadir was $10. Agadir was honestly beautiful. They call it the LA, the California of Morocco. And I could see it. It was very warm. The weather, it was hot there. And Agadir was way warmer than in Morocco. It wasn't like hot, but it was like, it was hot. It was a little warm. It was warm. It was warm. Like not like so hot, like wiping sweat off your forehead. Like where's my towel? But like it was warm. Like it was nice. We got to Agadir at 11 p.m. at night, and our Airbnb host came to pick us up, which was honestly a really nice act. Shout out to him because he was so real for that. He came to pick us up. We stayed inside. We slept. It was late. And the next morning, we got up and got at it again. We went to try to find this smoothie place, but it was closed due to Ramadan, I would assume. Like I said, be careful of that. On Google, it will show you it's open, but when you get there, it will actually be closed. We ended up taking an Uber to the beach. We had all our stuff at this time, so it was about a 30-minute walk, and it was really warm and really nice outside. We could have walked, but our backs would have been hurting. So we Ubered. The Uber was probably 40 dirham, which is $4. Not bad. We got to the beach and it was around 11 at this time. A few places were just opening and one place in particular was open and they had pizza. It was really good. If you go to Agadir Beach, go to the Italian spot on the beach and get the pizza. It's really good. We got pizza and we got an ice cream sundae and we shared it. After that, we went to the mosque because my friend wanted to join into the afternoon prayer. That was a really beautiful experience. The ride was about 40 dirham as well, so $4. But this is important. This is important. So on InDrive, I guess it's illegal to have 4 people in the car. One car allowed us in being 4 people, but some were just saying like 3 people max, 2 people in the car only. So we ended up taking 2 Ubers to the mosque. It's not a big problem, but it's just good to know if you go in Morocco, you watching this video because you probably want to know a little something. So that's very good to know. I think it is because, okay, so the tea is, the dude who took us to the airport, he was saying that InDrive is illegal in Morocco. So if they see 4 people, they wonder like, what are you doing? Like, who is all these people in your car? And it's like, yeah, I guess InDrive is not, yeah, they don't do that. That's just what the dude told me though. So I'm telling y'all. But yeah, he was like, y'all are just my family. Y'all stay with me for the holiday. I'm like, okay. But that is that. Keep that in mind. Where was I? Okay. So we're at the mosque and we end up driving to the souk. The souk is a very big market. It's an indoor market. It's not very hot. They have so many, they have everything. They literally have everything you need in there. I got, oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh, guys, I got this jasmine argan oil and I was first introduced to it when we were at the Ozid waterfalls because there was kind of like this beauty shop and she had like all her products that were made of argan oil, and the jasmine argan oil is like a body oil you can use on your face, you can use it anywhere. It smells so good. So all of us got that, and argan oil is really popular. They make it in Morocco. They use it with so many things like take me back to Africa. But I got that, and I also got a little perfume in the market. My other friends got some tea and a tagine bowl. So the dish we ate was tagine. The tagine is the instrument, I believe, that they used to cook the pot. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what we cooked the first day at the cooking class. But my friend got that as a souvenir for her mother. Well, my friend got that as a souvenir. I don't know if it's for her mother, but she got it as a souvenir, sorry. Yeah, so that was the market. After, let me tell you, girl, we walked because we saw online that this cheeseburger place was open. We walked there. It was probably like a 9-minute walk. We got there and the guy was like, we're closed. And we're like, no, like closed because of Ramadan. He was also doing his own bits of construction. He's like, we're closed. It was called Organic Burgers. Girl, so we got there and real quick, he's like, oh, he pulled out his phone. He looking for places. He calling people trying to see who open. So automatically I'm like, oh yeah, you're real for that. And he's like asking us where we're from. We're like, we're from California. And he's like asking me where I'm from. I'm like, oh, I stay here. He's like, what? He's like, I got a burger spot in Santa Monica. We like, you got a burger spot in Santa Monica? Like, you got a burger spot in Santa Monica? So, yeah. he had called this other place and they were open and they were like, yeah, come through. He was like, okay, like these my people at the restaurant spot, they're gonna take care of you. And he's like, oh, because he's telling us, he asking us like when our flight, like all that stuff. He's like, oh, and he told us like, oh, they won't take 4 people. I can drive you guys. We like, you gonna drive us? Like, thank you. He was like, yeah, I could drive you guys. Like, he's so cool. His name is Hassan. Shout out to him. So he drove us to the next spot where we ate at. He was just telling us about Agadir, how it was so cheap. He says his rent in Santa Monica is so expensive. I think he said it's like $3,000 or $4,000. I'm sorry to be telling your business, but I think his rent was like $3,000 or $4,000. And he was saying in Agadir, he paid like $300 for his place, something like that. So he was just telling us about how it's way cheaper in Agadir compared to California. But he want his kids to go to like college in California. I think he want them to go to UCLA or something like that. And then he said, what else was he saying? Yeah, he was just saying like he go back there every 3-4 months. Like, he's super cool. Like, y'all gotta meet him. His name is Hassan. And when I get to Cali, I'm going to Organic Burgers. I know where I'm going because he's so real for that. Like, he took us to the next spot. Y'all, we get to the food spot and here they take card. We didn't have to use cash because they took card. But at the pizza place at the beach, they didn't take card. So just make sure you have some cash on you. Some places will take card. In Agadir. In Morocco, I don't know about that, but make sure you have cash. You get lucky if they take card. At the Azoud place, they took card as well. And Azoud was like 2 hours out from Morocco. Agadir was like a 3-hour bus ride from Morocco. So get you some cash and, you know, you might get lucky here and there with the credit card. Just ask. We get to the food place. Yeah. Y'all, this place is beautiful. Aesthetics are on 10. Like, it's eating, like just a beautiful scenery. They had jazz music playing in the background. They had milkshakes. They had smoothies. I'm gonna put the name. I don't know right now, but I'm gonna put the name. They had milkshakes. They had smoothies. And I'm like, what's your favorite smoothie? And he said his favorite smoothie. I'm like, yeah, let me get that. So we all got smoothies. We all got burgers. They had a burger deal. So it was 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 drinks for, I believe, $180. So $9. But with the smoothie, it was a little more. So like $10. And y'all, the burger was good. Girl, the burger was burgering also. At Azoud, they gave us fries, chicken skewers, the Moroccan salad, and some fruit. Girl, them fries were so good. Like, those fries were good. The chicken skewers were very good as well. Girl, let me tell you, so at the cooking class, what did we eat? We ate chicken tagine. We ate a Moroccan salad. We cooked and ate Moroccan salad. We had a dessert, which was fruit, oranges, cinnamon, and we put mint on them. And then we also, at the Azoud, I think we had something else. Oh my gosh, no, not the Azoud, at the cooking class. We had these potatoes. We made these potatoes and they were so good. We also made like a, yeah, I think that's it. It was the Moroccan salad, the potatoes, the chicken tagine, and the oranges for dessert. And then at Azoud, I already told you we had our skewers, the french fries, the salad, and our fruit, which was oranges. And then we had, girl, yeah, fast forward back to Agadir. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting off track, but we was at the burger place and the burger was so good. Like, it was so good. A burger and fries, like proper. My goodness, like, sorry. Morocco was such a good time. I only stayed for 2 nights, basically 2 days, but like, out of time. Take me back. Boom. So what else? Okay, after the restaurant, we went to the airport. We took a taxi to the airport. No, we took an in-drive to the airport. That's when the guy was telling us, like, pretend y'all like my family because in-drive is illegal. So we get to the airport and everything went well. Agadir is a smaller airport. People were telling us to get there early just to make sure nothing was wrong, but we had no problems. It is a smaller airport, so do with that information as you please. Get there early, do what you gotta do. Yeah, that was that. And then we got on our flight and we got back to London. And that was that. That was our weekend in Africa. I think I covered everything. That's what you need to know. Okay, y'all. I think that's it. That's what you need to know on your trip to Morocco, Africa. I need to go back, girl. We need to book a little trip to Morocco and we need to stay there a little longer because, girl, it was good. Being there changed my perspective of so many things. Should I talk about it now? The video getting a little long. I think we're gonna have to talk later, girl. We could talk later. So that's everything you need to know. We could talk later more about it if you want to. I need to talk about how it made me feel as a person, how it made me feel inside, like my life lessons, like what changed, like my mindset switch. Like we need to talk more. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back and we're gonna talk more about it. But that's everything you need to know in terms of transportation, weather, currency, bargaining, food, language. People were speaking their native language and a little bit of French here and there in Agadir. So yeah, that's what you need to know. I think I covered everything. Soon, I'm gonna talk about how it made me feel. The perspective changes when you come back from Africa hits different because like you see a different world, like you're adjusting to new cultures, you're realizing what everyone else's day-to-day is like. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. And I don't know, but we go talk later. Like I don't want to do too much right now, so I'm gonna make another video and I'm gonna see you guys later. I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing life forever. And yeah, maybe we could plan a little trip or something. Maybe we could plan a little trip or something. For now, bless. Subscribe, please. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, comment. Yeah.